everyone, so today I'm going to be reviewing the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. Now, if any of you follow me on Twitter or follow my blog, you'll know that this review has kind of been, a long time coming. Ingrid, obviously Miss Glamorazzi, I talk about her the whole time, sent me the Sheer Glow about getting on for like 2 months ago now, I guess. Maybe 6 weeks ago. And at first, I really liked it. I wore it for a couple of days, and then I broke out really, really badly. Obviously, this was during my exam, so I didn't know whether it was like stress-related or whether it was due to another product. I started using a few different products that I hadn't used before. So I stopped using it totally for a few weeks, just to let my skin calm down. I just, obviously put a little bit of concealer. I didn't really want to wear foundation. So yeah, so I stopped using it for a while, and everyone was like, what do you think of it, what do you think of it? And I was kind of like, well, I'm not using it at the moment. Like, I felt bad. I didn't kind of want to say it broke me out because I didn't know it was that. So anyway, this is quite a long story. By the time my skin had cleared up, it had actually been quite sunny in England, and my skin colour had changed a little bit. So the colour that Miss Glamorazzi bought me, or Ingrid, was Mont Blanc, which I'm sure you guys can see is too light for my skin tone. So I still really, really wanted to try this, and I felt so bad because obviously Ingrid, this is an expensive foundation. I was thinking, obviously I'm going on holiday over the summer, and generally your skin tone changes a lot during the summer because you're getting a little bit more tanned, whatever. So this kind of matches me in the winter time. So I went in and I got colour matched at NARS, and they colour matched me to Santa Fe, which obviously I didn't buy because I thought I'm obviously going to get a bit darker when I go on holiday. So I actually picked up Barcelona, which looks like this, and this is more yellow tone and this is more pink tone, so if you mix them together you get a more kind of neutral colour, which is what I am. In MAC I wear NWs, but they don't really always match perfectly, so I think I'm more of kind of beigey. Everyone's like, oh, I'm this undertone, I'm this undertone. I'm not really yellow or really pink, so I do find it quite hard. So I've been mixing these two together. To get my perfect foundation colour. As you can see, I'm kind of somewhere in between the two. So I do have 2 of these, which seems a little bit excessive, but I really think this will mean I can use the foundation from winter to summer by just mixing them together. So this is good. I'm kind of happy with the outcome there. So anyway, on to the review. The NARS Sheer Glow is marketed as a foundation for, I think, normal to dry skin. I have normal skin. A little bit combination. I have a few kind of oily areas around my nose, and then I get really dry on my chin. And in the winter, I get really dry skin in the cold weather. So I was actually really surprised to find that this foundation doesn't apply very well to dry areas on my skin. That's the one thing that I have to say that's negative about this. If you do have dry skin, I would question whether to try this out. And that is also kind of reiterated by the fact that Ingrid, who sent this to me, has very, very oily skin, and she loves this. So I do think that it's kind of sold in the wrong way, if you know what I mean. It's kind of really annoying that I'm always like this with products. I'm going to put them down. The packaging looks like this. There's no pump, which is another disadvantage, and it's got one of those weird tops like the Chanel stuff has that you can take off. And then it's just like a little screw top. Apparently they're bringing out the pumps. I don't know. Who knows? If they are, I would get one because it's kind of unsanitary, like pouring it on your hand. Okay, so the way I apply these, they actually tell you to apply them with your hands, and that's how I do it. A lot of people do it with the 187 or other foundation brushes. I do like to do it with my hands, obviously because I'm mixing colours as well. I pour a little bit of each colour on the back of my hand, pour the other one, mix it with my finger, obviously wash my hands before I do it. It blends so easily that you don't really need a brush, and I find you kind of get a more natural finish when you use it. As for the finish of the foundation, it is medium to high coverage. You can build it up, but I personally like to keep it kind of as a medium coverage foundation and use concealer on anything that it doesn't cover. It looks very natural. It actually still looks like your skin, whereas a lot of kind of the higher coverage foundations do look a little bit scary, for want of a better word. A little bit like you're just caking it on or whatever. Like a lot of the MAC foundations I think tend to be like that. So it is a very natural kind of foundation. As for the glow, it's not shimmery at all. It's not gonna really accentuate your pores a lot. I find that with the Chanel Pro Lumiere, which is my other favourite foundation, I still love that, that does accentuate your pores a little bit because it is that kind of like glowing effect, but this isn't so bad at that. Another great thing about this foundation is that it lasts all day. Literally, you can put this on in the morning and it'll still look pretty much the same at night. You may have to touch up a little bit of concealer or whatever, but it does look really, really good all the way through the day. As for primers, I don't actually use a primer with this foundation. I find it stays on okay all day anyway, but if you do want to use a primer, I'd go for a water-based one because the foundation's water-based as well. I've been using the Melvita Hydra Stim Moisturising Gel. This is like an organic, it's basically a moisturising gel, obviously, like I just said, but it is 100% organic, which is great. But I do find that this leaves your skin feeling really smooth, and it provides a good enough base for foundation anyway, and I find it works instead of using a primer. So I don't use a primer, I use that, which is kind of just my moisturiser, which is good. What else to say about this? Where it's available? In England, you can buy it in Space NK, which is in all kind of major cities around the UK, I believe, and various department stores. It depends, which counters are in which department stores depends on the individual one, because I know in London, things like MAC and NARS might not be in Debenhams, House of Fraser, all that kind of stuff, but if you go out of London, sometimes they are. So it all depends on what actually is in your individual area, but you can check up online to see whereabouts you can find it. You can also buy it online, so that's really good. But I have to say it is better to go in and get colour matched yourself, because often online swatches for foundation, it just doesn't really work, because everyone's skin is so different. You might look at a colour and think, oh, that looks like my skin, but when you actually have it on, it might not go so well. So it's definitely best to go and get colour matched at a counter or in Space NK. So they are priced at about £29 in England, I think, and $42 in America, so it is expensive. But personally I think it's worth it. If you want something that's going to stay all day and leave your skin looking very natural while still covering, Sheer Glow is a great, great foundation. The only downside, like I said before, is that if you do skin, it doesn't quite cling to dry skin, it just doesn't look very good. It's not that moisturising, which I was really surprised at considering they do market it for dry skin. So that is my review of NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. Thank you so much to Ingrid for sending me the original one. I do love it. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to review this product, but like I said, I had a few issues to start off with. So let me know if you have any more requests for videos, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!